Superman through the years. All right, kids, buckle up because we're about to take a trip faster than a speeding bullet. We're talking Superman, baby. That's right, the big blue boy scout himself. From his humble beginnings in those dog-eared comic books to his big-budget explosions on the silver screen, we're diving deep into the history of the Man of Steel. We'll be exploring it all, folks, the creators, the actors, the stories that made Superman a legend. We're talking George Reeves, Christopher Reeve, Dean Cain, Tom Welling, and yeah, even Nicolas Cage. We'll get there, don't worry. And of course, no Superman retrospective would be complete without a little ranking, right? Stick around to hear my thoughts on who wore the cape best, and be sure to let me know your favourites in the comments below. From page to panel, the birth of a superhero. So Superman, right? Where'd this whole flying alien thing even come from? Well, picture it. 1938, two kids from Cleveland, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, they're dreaming up stories. They got this character, an alien from another planet, but instead of conquering Earth, he's saving it. Now these guys, they weren't just writing any old story, they were creating an archetype. Superman was this perfect blend of power and compassion, this superhuman being who still believed in truth, justice, and the American way. Can you dig it? And the look, forget those dark, gritty heroes you got nowadays. Superman was bright, colourful, a beacon of hope in a world on the brink of war. He was a symbol, man, a symbol of what we could be, what we should strive for. Truth, justice, and the small screen, the George Reeves era. Now, Superman on the page is one thing, but when he hit the TV screen, man, that's when things really took off. Adventures of Superman with George Reeves, that was the good stuff. Black and white, a little cheesy, but man, did Reeves embody the character. He had that square-jawed handsomeness, the unwavering moral compass. He made you believe a man could fly. I mean, sure, the special effects were quaint, but it didn't matter. You believed in Superman because Reeves believed in him. The show wasn't just about punching robots and stopping bank robbers either. It had heart, it had humour, it had lessons for us mere mortals on how to be better people. George Reeves, he wasn't just an actor, he was an icon, man. Chapter 3. Superman Takes Flight, the Christopher Reeve Revolution. Now, I gotta be honest, when they said they were making a big-budget Superman movie in the 70s, I was skeptical. Could they really capture the magic of the comics? But then came Christopher Reeve. Talk about born to play the role. Reeve was Superman. The look, the charm, that twinkle in his eye when he was Clark Kent, it was perfect. And that John Williams score, chills, man, chills. The movie wasn't afraid to go big, to show us the scope of Superman's powers, but it never lost sight of the heart of the character. It's a classic for a reason, folks. And it set the standard for every superhero movie that came after. Chapter 4. Smallville to Superfamily Superman on the small screen evolves. Now, the Superman train didn't stop with Reeve. Oh no, we got Smallville, a whole show about Clark Kent growing up. Now, I know what you're thinking. No tights, no flights, what's the point? But hold your horses, because Smallville was a slow burn, man, and it worked. We got to see Clark struggle with his powers, with his identity, with teenage angst. It was relatable, even if you couldn't shoot lasers out of your eyes. And then you got Superman and Lois taking things in a whole new direction with a family drama twist. Look, not every Superman story needs to be about saving the world from giant space lasers. Sometimes it's about the little things, the human moments. These shows proved that Superman could still connect with audiences in a modern world. Chapter 5. Man of Steel is in. And CGI Henry Cavill and the DCEU. Now we got to talk about Henry Cavill. Look, the DCEU, it's had its ups and downs, but Cavill, he looked the part. He was ripped, brooding like a Superman sculpted by the gods themselves. But here's the thing about Cavill's Superman. He was darker, grittier. This was a Superman grappling with the weight of the world on his shoulders, with the consequences of his immense power. Whether it was the right take or not, well, that's a whole other conversation. But you gotta give Cavill credit. He brought a gravitas to the role, a sense of alienness that we hadn't really seen before. Outro. So there you have it, folks. A whirlwind tour through the history of Superman. From those early comic book days to the CGI-fueled blockbusters, Superman has endured, evolving with each generation. He's a symbol of hope, of power, of the best that humanity can be. But enough from me, I want to hear from you. Who wore the cape best? Reeves, Cavill, Ruth? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of pop culture.